Here I am, try to get this sorted back out. I hadn't, I had to set this computer back up real quick, but oh me, oh my, I done got it too hot in the shack. Here I am. I don't know, YouTube says my quality is excellent, but I bet it's not. It's buffering a lot. That's what I kind of figured. This computer, just a little personal computer. It ain't got nothing fancy in it. It's for like internet and email. That's probably what we're gonna get. Froze again. Kind of comes and goes. I don't know. I haven't ever tried to set this computer up because I knew it wasn't very powerful. See. I don't know. I guess we're gonna be out of luck. You can hear me, but the video is choppy. That's what I was afraid of. The computer, this one just can't handle it. Alright, well, it's almost 11 o'clock. We can go look for other YouTubers. Almost 11 o'clock here, I'm sorry to say. Todd, no, I'm not active in any local ham clubs. The reason being is some of the local ones around here just they're not really active doing stuff. I hate to say it. Sometimes truth hurts if one of them hears this, but there's some of them that all they do is, as far as activities in the club, is get together and drink coffee and talk, or get together and eat lunch once a month or something, and that's not why I want to be a part of a club. And there's a club that's not very local to me, but it could be within driving distance, I guess. But anyway, they're pretty active, and I like what they got going on. But some of the folks in it are some of those that are kind of like, well, if you're not doing it our way, you're doing it wrong, and I don't like that. I personally experienced that with some of them when I explained to them what I was doing one time, or and it was wrong. I was doing it the wrong way because that ain't how they do it, and so I just not gonna be a part of that. Now, the weather group I was mentioning that I organized, we did get a ham radio club call sign because we had 3 repeaters in the region that were all linked together that we put up for our Skywarn or storm activities. So we did form a informal club, I guess, so we could have a club call sign, but we don't actively. Everything we do is online because we're a regional group. Not everybody lives close together. We're spread out across north and central Mississippi, so it's not feasible to have a clubhouse or club meetings in person. So we just do it all the time. Hello, KM6PRC. I believe that'll be right. I think I remember that from the wedding video. So good morning, Miss KM6PRC. But Todd, that's my story on local ham clubs. We've got several around here. There's not a lack of them. It's just they're not what I'm looking for. I can sip and drink coffee and talk to my YouTube friends or my radio friends here in the shack at the house. I don't have to burn gas and go to town to do it. So that's why, and I've really tried to encourage some of them to start getting on social media and get what they do and what they want to do out there and draw some more people in. And social media is where it's at. That's how you get the word out these days. You know, word of mouth is great. It's a great way to advertise, but social media increases that by so much. And I really believe if, some of these clubs that get around and just eat lunch and drink coffee, this and that every now and then, if they would really put forth the effort of doing a little social media and letting people see what they're doing, what they have planned, and actually do field day and contesting and some of these other things, that they would have a much better response to their club and membership would grow. But and they took my advice and tried it, but they didn't. Here I go saying they didn't do it the right way. They made a Facebook group, but it wasn't open to the public. So that wasn't what I was trying to say. I was trying to, if they would have done a Facebook page where anybody could find the page and just click the like button and keep up with their post, then that would have been golden. You do a group, and then people have to request to join the group, because not many people do a public group. But anyway, so that's my story on ham clubs. Online club? Hey, Todd, you're in an online club, man. The YouTubers club. With all the YouTubers, and I think Jason on Ham Radio 2.0, I think that was mentioned in the YouTubers bunch last week. Was that's kind of what it is now. Because a lot of people go to their mentoring and their education and for their information, they go to Google and YouTube. So there's Rosa typing in. Good deal. Just got home from work. Would you work all night, or you just go in for an hour or two? Because I know it's still early in California. You know what? I'm going to turn this static radio all the way down. I don't even have my headphones on, as you can see in the frozen video that jitters every now and then. Turn that off so you ain't got to listen to that. So I guess what we've got down to is just a meet and greet podcast. So I'm going to switch my personality over to Christian with the 100 watts and a wire in his podcasting thing. I'm just going to talk to you, and every now and then my video will refresh and you'll see more funny faces as it freezes again. I got to build me a new computer, or I put on my Christmas list for a new video card and a solid state drive. If I can get the video card, I don't know. I know the wife bought something off my Amazon Christmas list, but if you got that video card, see, this is a small form factor personal PC that I'm using. Like I said, it was built for internet and email, not live streaming or gaming, so it can't keep up with it. 2:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Man, I remember those shifts. I have worked first shift, second shift, third shift, and shifts in between, and 4-day weeks, 5-day weeks, 7-day weeks, you know. So, good morning to you, which will, I assume, will be good night before too long. Hello, Andy. Welcome to the crappy new video. Andy, since you're just coming in to this one, I don't know if you heard on the last one that we was doing. My youngest boy finally got up and come out here. He's out of school today, so I'm having to share the shack with him. And what happens is he pulled up a game that takes a lot of computer processing, and when he done that, it shut the video down. So anyway, this is what we're working with for now. And I guess we'll sit here and chat and just blah 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 till we get hungry for lunch, and I'll go try to find something. I don't have any leftovers from last. Well, we cooked breakfast last night. Any of y'all do that? You cook breakfast for supper? I love breakfast any time of the day. Bacon, eggs, sausage, biscuits, man, that's good anytime. So we had that left over from supper last night, but I ate it for breakfast. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with lunch today. I got some bologna and crackers and cheese. That's probably what I'll do. Sprinkle a little dry rub barbecue seasoning on it. Man, that's great. Hello, OK Ham Radio. Good morning, good evening. I'm not sure what time it is over in your part of the world. Oh, and those varying hours, Rosa. That'll get you, man. Todd, that's man, YouTube's where it's at. There's a guy at work that started doing a lot of woodworking. Okay, you're from Russia. Okay, Ham Radio. Well, hello from Russia. I'm glad that you're here. But back to Todd on that. The guy from work, he started doing a lot of woodworking. I said, man, how long you been doing woodworking? I didn't know you done that. He said, I just started. He was building shadow boxes and porches and stuff like that. And I said, well, where'd you learn to woodwork? He said, YouTube. I said, oh, okay. So yeah, hey, I got to go work on a car or do anything, I go to YouTube, man. Go to YouTube or Google. Sometimes I can read through something. So I'll find a web page that just has it typed out. Sometimes I can read through it quicker, but if I really need to be shown how to do it, somebody on YouTube probably can show me how to do it. OK Ham Radio just posted a new video on a couple of handhelds. Unfortunately, I can't speak the Russian language or understand it, so I don't know what he was saying about it, but it looked like it was a good video. I clicked the thumbs up anyway. But the Raspberry Pi, I've got one of those. I used to have Echolink running on the Raspberry Pi. One of the local guys on 2 meters here lives just up the road. He was over the road truck driver, so he was gone for a week at a time. And of course, the company he was driving for wouldn't allow any amateur radios be put in. So what we done, we set that Raspberry Pi up. I had it running on a Kenwood 281 vertical off the side of my tower, and it had Echolink running on it, and he could use his cell phone and remote into the Echolink, which he could join in on the simplex 2-meter conversations with all the locals back here and keep in touch. It's kind of like he was still at home, although he was out in the back of the truck in a parking lot somewhere. Yeah, Rosa, if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd be reading a lot of books, I guess. And I kind of feel bad for not doing radio. That's what y'all are here for, but I'm enjoying talking on the chat. Uh, I haven't heard anything on this frequency on 20 meters, so I will turn the radio back up a little. Y'all can hear and y'all can still chat with each other. I'll call CQ for a little bit, see if we can get some contacts. So we'll do that. Maybe that's a good. No more dummy books, man. I bet those sold good for a while. Is the frequency in use? K5YVY. Is the frequency occupied? K5YVY. Yeah, one thing I tried to do with the Raspberry Pi is I wanted to get my APRS digipeater back up. I used to run it on this computer, but the thing about using the APRS digipeater is you had to leave it running all the time. Is the frequency occupied? K5YVY. And I didn't want this computer running all the time, so I always try to get it set up on the Raspberry Pi, and I never could get it to work, mainly because I didn't have the correct interface. I was using a USB interface, and I had to do some custom coding on the Echo Link part of the Raspberry Pi to get it to work, to key the radio, and I never could get the programs to work for the APRS digipeater. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ. And well, one thing that I really liked about having an APRS digipeater running here at my station is I could see real time 2-meter propagation on my computer. I didn't have to rely on the APRS propagation map, which is a great tool, but I didn't have to rely on it. I could pull up my own computer screen and I could see what propagation was right here at my house in real time. And that was real fun. Well, there's some QRM there. I am sandwiched between two stations now. That's okay, we're still going to try it.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Marty, yeah, I realize, you know, that one of the best ways to support anybody's YouTube channel is clicking on that thumbs button. Even if you don't subscribe, there's some channels. I talked about it on the Ham Radio 2.0 YouTubers Bunch last Friday, and I need to make sure I'm not bleeding over on the station above me. But anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, the thumbs up. Yeah, so like if I come across a YouTube channel that has some ham radio stuff on it, before I hit the subscribe button, I'm going to go look at your other videos. And if you have a lot of random videos of the family or this and that, and just very few radio videos, I'm probably not going to subscribe to your channel, because I don't want the random videos that's unrelated. Now, I have other YouTube accounts that I use just to watch stuff for different interests. So I may sign into my other account, and I may subscribe to your channel of randomness with that account. But on my radio account, K5YVY account, I'm probably not going to subscribe to it, but I will most definitely click the like button on it, whether I liked it or not, whether I watched it all or not. I'm going to click that thumbs up, because that's how YouTube says, okay, there's people interested in it. Like Jason on 2.0 was saying the other day, that puts it in suggested videos for other people. So it just helps it get seen more. CQ, CQ 20 meters, CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Calling CQ, CQ. I am located in Mississippi, located in the state of Mississippi, looking for any stations anywhere This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee, calling CQ and standing by. Yeah, I'm not going to hit the thumbs down. I mean, there's been not necessarily radio related, but there's been videos that's made me cringe. And it's just either they're doing something completely unsafe, or whatever. I'm probably not going. I'm not going to be the guy to hit the thumbs down, but I'll just leave it alone. And like you said, just leave, not click anything. Just click the YouTube logo and go back to my suggested videos and look for some more. But I've noticed that there's at least two guys, or one guy with more than one account, that first thing he's going to do is click that thumbs down button, right? And I guess I think that's how you know if you've made it big in YouTube. I see now there's some stations coming up. The joy of the ham radio bands. So anyway, you start getting people clicking that dislike button. You get that fella that clicks that dislike button. I guess you know your YouTube channel has grown and caught his attention. I don't know. Yeah, Rosa, you know, it's got to interest me. I mean, that's just part of it. I don't necessarily want people subscribing to my channel that don't like it, because I know it's going to start popping up every time I post a new live video or anything else. And they're not, you know, I appreciate it, I guess. I like the numbers, but I'm not doing this for the numbers. I'm not doing this to try to monetize it. Not that it wouldn't be a perk and nice, but just enjoy it. And as some of y'all have seen that's been watching my YouTube for a little bit, some of my videos, when I get on here and do a live, I'm calling CQ or I'm trying to contact a station that's on the DX spotters, I have a hard time getting to them. I have a Gap Titan DX vertical, great antenna, but with 100 watts and a vertical, it makes me a little limited. And so I get more joy out of seeing you guys and girls on the chat and speaking with y'all. It can get a little disheartening and aggravating trying to get a station on the radio sometimes. Yeah, Marty, that's what it's about, you know. I may not even watch but a few seconds of your video. I'm going to go ahead and hit the thumbs up and maybe come back to it when I have time to watch it all. Just depends on what it's about, how long it is, and what I got going on. But I'm going to hit that thumbs up before I forget. A lot of times what I've been doing in some of these other YouTube chats, I'll copy and paste people's name in the chat and I'll search for them on YouTube, and if they have a channel and it interests me, then I'll subscribe. And you know, we done went through all this with the video lagging and stuff, and now the boy, I guess he's done playing games. He's done left. And I'm not going to restart it. But Rosa, and that's one thing why I go ahead and try to remember to go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, because I'll get interested in watching the video, especially if it's a live, and I'll find myself zoned out, and toward the end of it I'm like, oh man, I haven't even hit the thumbs up button yet. So sometimes I get lost in watching the video. Okay, the Gap Titan. Gap is the name brand. That's the manufacturer that makes the antenna, Gap. And the model of the antenna is Titan DX. Titan. I've never won a spelling bee, never tried to compete in one, so I think I spelt it right. But the Gap Titan DX. That's the name brand and the model of the vertical that I use to Yeah, moving a little bit better since he stopped, but this computer still can't keep up with it. The powerhouse computer is behind me on the other side of the shack that I've been using for my good video, but kids being out of school and coming in here and playing games. He plays a web-based game. It's not bad, but when he gets those like Call of Duty and stuff, that takes a lot of processing, so it kills my video. Not to mention, I turned the heater up way too much this morning, and it's currently 81 degrees inside my shack. I'm waiting for the radio fans to kick on. Man, I thought I'm finna turn the fan on. Too hot. You might hear a little background noise, weird rattling noise from the air conditioner. But I'm about to pass out in here. CQ, 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 CQ 20 meters, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is K5YVY calling CQ for any station and standing by. Yeah, Rose, the kid stopped playing games. I guess he either went inside for a bathroom break or try to find something to eat for lunch. So I got a little bit of my internet bandwidth back. I didn't mean to stand up in the video and y'all see me in my lounge pants. But hey, I don't dress up for YouTube. Sorry. CQ20, CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. K5YVY. Located in Mississippi, and I'm looking for a station anywhere. Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ. CQ, CQ.
I'd say I'm hot natured, but I can get cold really quick, so it's hard to find a balance for me. Our house usually stays, during the winter, the inside of the house stays at a maximum of like 67 degrees. Try to save on that electric bill. I got electric heat, and that will run up the electric bill quick.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5.
I always said I was going to do a natural gas, but I hadn't done it. I have a gas line in the backyard. All I got to do is put a meter and run some line to the house. But
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
Sometimes I don't get on 75 or 80 meters very much. The reason being the antenna that I'm using only has 100 kilohertz of bandwidth, very narrow bandwidth, and I can tune 3.750 up to 3.8. That's the top of the band, right? Well, 4.0. So I can tune anything on 3.750 and up. But some of the guys around here that talk on 80 meters, they go down to like 3.6 and stuff, and I can't tune it without going into emergency mode, and then that just knocks my power down even more. So anyway, dinner in their pajamas, that's what I'm talking about. But so I don't visit 80 meters too much. Even the part of the band that I can tune, I have realized that it doesn't radiate, but I don't get out very well. It's hard for me to make contacts. My wife says thermostat is broke. I'm always either freezing or burning up. Well, I have over the years, it takes time to get everybody in the house used to certain temperatures. Uh, when me and my wife first married and the family started coming together, and the house would stay at like 72, 74 during the winter. I got tired of paying those bills, electric bills, so I started notching it down 1 degree at a time every couple of days until our bodies got used to cooler temperatures. So anyway, and here comes the boy back for more games. So but one thing I did when we got this new house, I went and got one of those digital thermostats that I set what I want the cold, the AC to be, and I set what I wanted the heat to be, and it automatically switches from hot to cold when it gets in those parameters. And my favorite feature is it has a password lock feature, and I'm the only one that knows the password. So if like on this time of the season where it's really cold in the mornings and warms up in the afternoons, we'll have days where 20, 30 degrees in the mornings, but by lunchtime it's back in the 60s. So somebody wakes up in the mornings and they get cold, they'll turn the heat on. Well, then in the afternoon the house is burning up, and then somebody wants to turn the air on, and they'll turn it down, and it causes the unit to run longer. So anyway, I enjoy the new thermostat and the password lock, so I got it set up the way it's most comfortable for everybody, and nobody can mess with it. Kentucky Phone Net, the Mississippi Magnolia Net, the Christian Fellowship Net, the Awful Ugly Net are all 75 and 80 meters. So yeah, I've done the Mississippi Net a couple of times. My biggest thing, if I don't write it down or set a reminder on my phone, I'm probably going to forget that there's a net. The only reason I know when people are on YouTube is I look at YouTube all the time on my phone, so I see the notifications, but I gotta have some kind of reminder. If I don't set up a reminder, I'm gonna forget all about your net. But like I said, it's hard for me to get out and to radiate on 80 meters. So the article that I have just doesn't do too well.
CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Marty, that's good that you don't have to turn the heat on very much.
CQ.
Yeah, that's heat uses energy. Energy costs money if it's on the power grid, and heat uses energy if it's on coax, an antenna. So heat always takes away from something, whether it's your pocketbook or it's your signal strength.
CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee calling CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
Yeah, it's a shortwave receiver. Don't get out too far. Yeah, Marty, it's a dad thing, and I always laugh because I'm the only one that has the password to it. I can't give it out because it doesn't let you customize the password. It's preset. If I give it out, it's no good. Never again. It's like my youngest son here. You give him a password, he's going to remember it forever. He has a good memory. Unless you're asking him about something he ate that he wasn't supposed to eat because we were going to use it for something else. then he has no clue. He don't know what you're talking about. The wood stove. I love the smell of wood burning, stoves, heaters, campfires, whatever. Just a good smell. Make biscuits in the oven. Good too. The 20 meters is thinned out even on the cluster. Where is everybody going? Nothing on 18. I guess it's lunchtime for most people. Most people's at work. I don't know. Some people are sleeping. Okay, Ham Radio, are you still in the chat? I wonder what time is it in Russia? Guess I could look that up. Oh, just past supper time in Russia. 20 after 8 p.m. Where is everybody? Is the frequency in use K5YVY? Some of that good old thick gravy too, Marty. Thick to your bone gravy. Is the frequency in use K5YVY? You ever listen hard enough for the noise, for voices in the noise, that you think the noise is voices? I don't know, sometimes I think I make myself hear somebody that's probably not really there.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
Ham Radio Dude is still live. He's doing FT8. I'm going to say he's interacting with his chat more than he is the radio. Let's go. Oh, he's got ads. Let the ad play. We'll go click the thumbs up on Ham Radio Dudes live. See, hearing.
You guys will see here, I'm FT8. Excuse me, I was just up and down the stairs.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's
not live anymore, sorry. He's already ended, but I clicked the like button anyway. Refresh. I forgot I'm calling CQ, right? Let me do it like that. Set that to auto repeat until I hear somebody.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5
Oh, Christian, 100 watts on the wires, posted a new video, featured questions from the live last week. Does anyone know how a reciprocal license works? I like what he's doing with his YouTube. It's gonna be real handy for a lot of people. He's got a great community.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Like we missed K5YVY. He was doing a live stream earlier, but that's been an hour ago.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
New subscriber Vincent Webb.
CQ, CQ.
Vincent used to live close to Jackson, Mississippi, south of me. And he's a fellow storm chaser. He had him a weather group, and I had me a weather group. His was down, located He's from the southern central part of the state. I'm from the north part of the state, so Vincent was my weather group rival, storm chaser rival for a little while, but he's always been a great guy, man. I've always enjoyed chit chatting with him. Um, we missed a couple of times meeting up while I was down in his area. Schedule just didn't work out. Okay, Ty. Hey, man, you got to do lunch and learning CW for a little while. That's great. That's what I need to be doing. I need to be practicing my CW. I can send CQ and I can send my call sign, but I cannot receive. And that's no good. I got to work on that. Rhea has uploaded a new video 37 minutes ago on how do I operate ham radio outside of the U.S. So I don't plan on doing that, but it'd be good to know I can go to her channel and check that out if I do get the opportunity. It may apply to remote stations too. I wonder if she covers that.
CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee calling CQ.
I don't see anybody that I'm subscribed to that's live now.
Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
Rosa, when you've taken a nap, I would be tired. Are you ones that you get off in the mornings and you just go ahead and stay up the rest of the day until it's bedtime at night?
Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee.
Done that before.
CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
Sounds good, Ty. That'd be good. And it's I got a local that he's been doing Morse code since he was licensed in 1974. So he's really been helpful on the CW. He's let me. I'm supposed to buy it from him, but I haven't yet. I've just had it for a very long time. A nice paddle CW key that he let me bring home. We've practiced a few times, but our schedules, he's got some new positions higher up in his job, and so he stays really busy now. But I would love to practice on the air sometime with him.
Calling CQ and standing by. CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee calling CQ. CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by. CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee.
Getting freshened up and relaxed, yeah. We'll be taking her a nap in a little while.
Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
You know, Todd, and I know you're needing to go and eat some lunch and stuff. Oh, where did I put it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can't see my video probably good enough anyway. But I had an MFJ straight key practice thing somebody gave me. It come with an oscillator, speaker, and all that, but it didn't work. So I cut me a piece of wood and mounted the CW key to it, and then I wired it where I could wire the plug on it so I could plug it into my radio. So I got a straight key I can use, but I'm not too good with the straight key. But the paddle, the double paddles, one's dip, one's die, and that works out pretty good. I like it. I like how that works.
CQ. This is Kilo 5.
Kind of feel like that station on 10 meters that just has his CQ voice gear on repeat. But I'm not going to be the guy that if you come back to my call, I'm not going to fuss at you.
Calling CQ and standing by.
Oh, QRZ again. This is K5YVY. I believe I heard a station call again. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Calling CQ, CQ, CQ. I'm located in Mississippi. And I'm looking for a contact with any station anywhere. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by. I know I heard a station. There's nobody else on 15. There's nobody on the DX cluster. I'm just burning RF. Nobody on 10. Nobody on 12. Yeah, the video is gonna be choppy with me using this computer. I don't know, unless I just made it a really low quality video where it was real pixelated, might smooth it up, but then it wouldn't be worth looking at. I'm gonna tell you, I wish I could find somebody tuning up. Well, Marty, you might be needing to make something to eat. She's probably hoping you're making something to eat while she's in the shower. I can do this with the FT8 stuff. What do you mean, what's the chew? I don't have any bad habits. Some of y'all that may not have the 7300. And I've said it before, my most favorite, besides the band scope, my most favorite feature of the 7300 is the automatic notch filter. You're on frequency and you always got somebody tuning up really loud, especially if you're wearing headphones. It just blows your ears out. Go over here and let me turn it off. I'll turn the notch filter off. So there's some FT8 signal. Turn automatic notch. Oh, let me let them start back up. Watch this. Oh. Never mind, I made a liar out of me. Anyway, it completely cancels out the tuning tone that people use. Marty, it's the cheap stuff. Longhorn. Great. If they would make it more expensive, I would probably quit it too. I don't know how long I've been quit with the nicotine sticks, but I got tired of those and they're really expensive. Alright, Andy, thank you for coming by. Yeah, I got to get some lunch. I'll get hungry here shortly myself. But have a good day, Andy. Always good to see you in chat. Okay, well, what am I going to hear with the FTDX 101? Tell me what Yaesu can do better than Icon. Keep in mind, I've always been a Kenwood guy. Always been a Kenwood fanboy. from when I was young, doing stereos in the car, to amateur radio. My first radio was a 2-meter Kenwood, and my first HF was a Kenwood 440. But I can't afford the Kenwood that has the band scope, so 7300's where I went with that. And I was actually gifted my ICOM 880 2-meter radio. So
very high off the ground, and I recognize that it's not going to be.
is the frequency in use K5YVY. I bet they do have some good filters. The 7300 has some good filters on it. I don't know that I've learned how to work them as well as they can work. I've watched some videos of other people completely using the filters to completely notch out nearby stations and stuff. I can kind of do it, but it gets I don't think I do it as well as some other folks. Is the frequency in use K5YVY. Well, Marty, you know what you're talking about. You got both rigs, so you can definitely do comparisons. That's good. I mean, you know, really, I guess with what ICOM's got in their 7300, it made sense for Yaesu to go better on the filters, I guess. I mean, they had to come up with something better, right? Yeah, that isn't Gigaparts. Ain't there a current sweepstakes? That's what they're giving away here lately. It's the 101 DX. You know, I've been trying to win a radio from Gigaparts. Yep, that's what they're. I've been trying to do that since 2003 when I got my license. I haven't won yet. I figured if I keep trying, I might get lucky one day. Is the frequency in use K5YVY? Set that to auto.
This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee Victoria Yankee.
But you have to admit, for what the 7300 has in it, for the price point, it's the reason. It's the reason so many people has the radio, because when you compare features and price, it's very hard, if possible at all, to beat the 7300. Unless there's something really specific you're wanting in another radio, or have the money for a higher class radio. 7300 is a no-brainer. You know, it really kills my soul to hear so many people using the same radio I got, because I don't have anything original, you know. But it's great for ICOM business, I guess. They done a good job on the price point of the 7300.
CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a buddy up the road that has the 7610, and I don't know how it would compare to the 101. And I think with the 101 DX, the only fair comparison would probably be with the 7610.
Yankee, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee, Kilo 5 Yankee, Victoria Yankee, calling CQ.
I probably shouldn't dance around, I guess, with my choppy video. That'd probably look really weird. Stop motion video. Alright, there's a station too close for me to keep doing that. Just go on up. Go up here. Is the frequency in use K5YVY? Go to 14325. Get away from all the DX stations and nets, I guess, down there. Is the frequency occupied? This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee. Alright, here we go.
CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee, Victoria Yankee, calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo
I think I'm going to make myself get hungry today.
Victor Yankee, calling CQ and standing by.
If I go past a certain time of eating, I feel real weak. And
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is
we've been trying to determine whether I may be having blood sugar problems.
Kilo 5 Yankee, Victoria Yankee, calling CQ.
But every time I'm around the meter, I feel fine, so
Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee.
Maybe I'll try that today. I'll see what my sugar levels are when I get hungry. I guess you really need a doctor to really determine that.
Yankee, Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee, Victoria Yankee, calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee, calling CQ and standing by.
It looks like it's just you, Todd, and Marty that's left in here.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee.
Yep, there's a reason that there's so many 7300s out there, and ICOM really changed the game. There's no arguing it. ICOM changed the game of radio when they come out with a 7300 for that price and that class of radio. It's just facts. They did it.
CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee.
Big Guts eating the little guts right now.
CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ.
Oh,
this is
man.
Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor.
I just remembered I got to
Yankee, Victoria Yankee.
I got to go pick groceries up in a little while.
This is Kilo
Pay attention to the time again. That's how I feel when my sugar goes down. Got barbecue chicken in the fridge, eating that. I tried to tell Marty to have you something fixed while you was in the shower, Rosa. I mean, he wouldn't listen to me.
Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee.
I tried to tell him you wanted a hot meal.
Yankee, calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee. Kilo 5 Yankee, Victoria Yankee, calling CQ. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee, Victor Yankee, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Yeah, we don't have a family history, I guess, of
CQ, CQ, CQ.
of diabetes or sugar problems that I'm aware of.
Victor Yankee.
But
Calling CQ and standing by.
my dad, he's borderline. He's having to keep check on his sugar.
CQ, CQ.
He's not at the point where he has to take anything for it. But
Kilo 5.
I mean, I'm sorry, Marty. I mean, she was going to see it when she replayed the live video later, and seen the comments, and you know, sorry. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know, I've had a lot of problems with foot cramping up and stuff, so I think it's time to pay attention to it.
Victoria Yankee calling CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
85% of the time.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Does Marty have to carry around a portable battery pack to plug his phone into to keep it charged during the day?
Kilo 5 Yankee.
I've been guilty of that myself.
Calling CQ and standing by.
Alright. Nobody in the radio. Go to 40 meters.
Italy, Papa, Lima, 56 Missouri. Roger, you're 59, North Central Texas. Beautiful city.
There you go, Ty.
Okay, very good. Thank you for the
I missed the, I got the darn bonus question wrong.
Thank you for hunting at 73. This is W0YGH at Kilo 7675 QRZ.
Kilo 5, Yankee, Victor Yankee.
Radio. The call sign ending in X-ray radio, please. Yeah, Roger. Kilowatt 9, Delta, X-ray radio.
Yeah, that's,
Kilo 9
as soon as I eat something, you know, I go back to feeling great. So I don't,
Okay, copy the 59 Illinois, Russell. Thanks for hunting at 73. This is W0YGH at Kilo 7675 QRZ.
Kilo 5, Yankee, Victor Yankee.
Wow.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor question mark.
It's Kilo 5, Yankee, Victor Yankee.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee 56 Missouri.
QSL, you're 55 Mississippi.
Thank you for 55 Mississippi. Thanks for hunting 73. This is W0YGH at Kilo 7675 QRZ. Kilo 8 Tango Echo.
At least I made a contact with somebody finally. Woo.
Thank you for 57 New Mexico. Thanks for hunting. This is W0YGH at Kilo 7675 QRZ.
Plugged in all the time. I got you. I see. There you go, Ty. Now you got double the chance. That's cheating, Ty. I'm gonna send Gigaparts an email. So Todd, if your wife gets selected to win the radio, who gets the radio? Huh? That's the problem where you guys that's got your other halves licensed, I don't have to share none of mine. Unfortunately, that means less radios and less excuses for me, but if I win it, I know it's mine. Yeah, that's the thing, Marty, is a lot of us talk about we just would like to know somebody. Actually speak to somebody that's actually won this stuff. Just so we know it's not a conspiracy just to come to their website.
All right, we'll take anybody anywhere.
Yeah, Todd, if she wins it, yeah, surely she would let you use it sometimes.
It was mainly wet stuff and then it froze. Kind of brutal. Harry? QRV?
Okay, number 134, routine. Kilo Delta 0 Charlie Whiskey. 12.
Must be a traffic net.
Newburgh, North Dakota.
Marty, that is so true. I've tried to talk my wife into recording, to let me save some voice recordings, calling CQ and giving out my call sign. And I've heard people do that. Like you'll hear somebody giving out a call sign in a female voice, yeah, and that station will come back to him. And then when he keys up, it's a guy. I said, "Oh, you dirty dog, you got your girlfriend or your wife to record your call sign. You tricked them." It definitely works.
Delta Whiskey.
Whiskey 5, Golf Delta Whiskey, 5-6 Missouri.
5-6 North Carolina.
Today, so 7-3s and also I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Clear at W8LDM now, Oscar Sierra Delta.
Batteries, buy a new battery, Russ. I had to do this in Wisconsin. When I drove up to Wisconsin, the battery in my car, the Buick, it's located behind the back seat. Yep. To change that battery.
5-9, they're both ways there, Peter. Yeah, the hex beam sounds like it's probably the most popular.
I seen
at the moment seems to be a favorite with a lot
Josh
of people.
Ham Radio Crash Course.
I'm running ICOM 70.
I seen him his video on the FT10 and him trying to figure out. That's and it's my opinion. So any of you Yaesu folks don't get mad at me. But that's the first Yaesu radio that I've kind of been intrigued about. I haven't really liked the visuals of Yaesu, their screen layouts, and the menu systems on their 2-meter rigs were usually a little complicated. If I spent more time with them, it'd be fine. But that FT10, that's going to be a competitor. Unfortunately, I think it's going to start out with the 1700, but it'll come down in price and start matching the 7300, and it's going to be a contender for the 7300, I think. It took a while. The 7300's been out for what, 5 years now, but it's good timing, I guess. The new of the 7300's wearing off. People's looking for something else. They'll start jumping on the Yaesu.
Pretty quick. So I've got a K5YVY strung up, which I use for 40 and 80 meters, and it seems to work okay, but nothing really magical. So I'm not really having much fun with the verticals there. Probably will take them down over.
Yeah, you always wait for those glitches, you know? Always wait for the glitches. That's what I say. I'm going to wait for them to sort all the problems out before I get one, but really I'm waiting for them to get so old that I can find one used. That maybe somebody's giving away because it's so old. That's usually what I'm waiting for. Todd, I almost got the 991A. Almost got the 991A when I had this opportunity to come up to purchase a new HF rig. I spent days and days watching videos and reading reviews and side-by-side comparisons between the 991A and the 7300, because I have stacked Bushcraft A10s or whatever they call it. They're 10 elements vertical and 10 elements horizontal. They're dual polarized antennas, and I've got 2 of them that I got out of that scrap pile I was talking about earlier that was all in the vines, and I had to cut my way out of it. So I was really looking forward to reconditioning those antennas, getting them up, but I needed 2 meter sideband, really, you know. So that 991A, I could have 2 meter sideband, and that really intrigued me. But in the end, after watching all those reviews, I finally decided on the 7300 because it had the real-time band scope, which the 991A didn't. And from what I could tell of relying on other people's reviews, is that it had a little bit better sounding internal speaker, which didn't really matter now because I use external speakers or headphones. But I ultimately decided on the 7300 on personal preference. You know, it comes down to what you want out of the radio. And so now I'm just, I guess I'm waiting for something like the 9700 to become affordable. I really don't want to pay $1,600 for a radio just to use on 2 meters, because that's all I'm really going to use. There's no 440 activity around here. And the 1.2, the 440 and the 1.2 would only be good for occasional satellite uses, and I'm not a big satellite guy. I'm interested in them, and I like trying to work them. I've got some handheld Yagis and a few HTs programmed for satellite work, but I don't work them that much. So anyway, I don't know how to tell you to determine that. Besides just compare and see where your heart sets.
Well, small in US terms, developing countries. So we're always looking to, to find new things to do and to expand and grow the country. So quite a poor country, obviously, but the people are fantastic, very genuine people, hardworking. A great place to live if you can adapt to third world living, but there's obviously many things you can't get and you have to do without. But I've lived in many places, and by far this is the best one. Over.
All right, I think we're live. Hello, everyone. I decided to pull the trigger.
That was Jason's video he posted last night with his drone. Lord, I was about to key up the radio to start talking to you, Ty. That station would not have appreciated that. I get my foot away from the foot switch there. Yeah, I mean, I've got no complaints on the 7300, except I wish I had more antennas to hook to it. Well, there you go, Todd. See, Marty is the man to go to compare ICOM and Yazoo.
Which we've got if you want to live out on the Keys, and there are some areas on the mainland in the southern part of the country that people gravitate to. Or they're,
well, you know, Rosa, the 7300 become popular when they released it, and but now you're starting to be able to find more and more of them on sale because people are wanting to move up to something else, or they're getting out of the hobby, whatever it may be. But you're starting to find a lot more of them on the used market that are still in great condition. So it's making it for people like me that have to wait forever for prices to come down, making it a little more affordable for them.
If you go for the beachy type of thing, it can be a little expensive now because a lot of people have decided to retire down here, and I think they...
Yeah, that would have been funny, Todd, but, you know, he sounds like a good operator. He probably would have understood, but wouldn't yell at me too much.
Good deals if you look around, over.
That's another thing too, Todd, I guess, about the 7300. If you decide to purchase one, and then maybe you're ready to try something else, or don't really like it. I don't know why you wouldn't like it, but if you wanted to try something else, you wouldn't have a problem selling it. People are selling them secondhand, $800. You wouldn't be losing $150, $200. The current price of $999 or whatever it is after the rebate. What I'm saying is you're not taking a big risk by purchasing one. And that's something I look at before I buy something too, is how desirable is it? Am I going to be stuck with this thing if I buy it and don't like it? I done that one time. I drove up, there was a fella in Kansas, and I had a an MFJ CW keyer and decoder. And I wasn't using it much.
I just got a win, bro.
Ooh, the boy just got a win on his game. I guess you heard that. Congratulations. Anyway, he wanted my CW keyer, and he wanted to know if I was interested in a trade. Hey, I'm all about trading too. And he had an old military surplus Transworld 100-watt desktop radio. That thing was built like a tank. It weighed too much to ship, so he didn't want to ship it. He was coming down to Missouri for a ham fest. He lived in Kansas, so he wanted to know, could we meet somewhere in Missouri halfway? So I looked up the halfway point, and we both agreed on it. I think it was Hines Bluff or West Plains, Missouri, something like that. Somewhere right at the Ozarks. And I had to congratulate him. But we met up there. I brought the radio back home, and that was a good trade. I got the better end of the trade, I think, because I could use the radio. And I used the radio for a little bit. It was fun, but it was kind of hard to operate. It had no tuning knob on it. It was a direct frequency entry by keypad. So you had to type it in, and you could scroll through with up and down arrows. But anyway, but this thing, I think you could have thrown it out of an airplane and it would still work after it hit the ground. I've never seen a radio built so rugged. And but I ended up selling it finally to a guy. I forget where he was from, but you know, if I'm going to sell something online, I'm going to take video of it. I'm going to let you see it working, and I'm going to tell you what I know about it. Because the last thing I want is to send something to somebody and then start fussing. Well, you didn't tell me about this. You didn't tell me about that. So I ran into that problem one time. I sold some 2-meter duplexers for a repeater, and this guy paid $180 to ship it. I've never shipped anything that was that big and cost that much, but he agreed to pay the shipping. Well, when he got them, he lived way up on the East Coast, somewhere around Pennsylvania or something up there, up on the East Coast somewhere. And I checked back with him. I said, "Hey, how's those things working?" He said, "Well," he said, "they're not working." Oh, I'm sorry. I said, "They were working when we took them out of service, and they've been sitting in my shed. They haven't been messed with." And he said, "Oh, that's okay. You know, that's part of it." And he was a really understanding guy. It turned out they was one of the cans had the internals messed up on it, broke, but he was able to get it fixed. So I don't know if they ever really got it put in service or not, but I was lucky that he was an understanding guy and didn't try to open up a claim on PayPal or something, you know, and me be stuck without duplexers or the money.
Correct, but you can put me right on the over there. I think I've got Kilo Bravo 7. Oscar,
I haven't got this guy's call sign yet. Guns, dogs, and radios. You know, we've had so many dogs, pets, and I'm not an animal hater, and I'm not an animal lover. I will take care to my best ability of an animal. And I'm not the one that can go and drop them off somewhere. I'm going to take care of them, but I'm just not that big. I'm not going to take Christmas photos with my animals. I guess I'd say that. And I know some people do, and that's great because you can get attached to them and they become like your children. They become part of the family. And I get emotionally attached to them, but I guess I have a limit.
But I generally use the one that came with the radio, the standard one that comes with the radio, which is a Hotel Mike 219. That's the standard one that comes with the radio. But this one I'm on right now.
If he's using an icon, if he's using a Hotel Mike,
it's a Sugar Mike 8, and it must be
SM8.
15 years old, over.
So I don't know who he is. Sounds familiar.
Well, thanks very much. And what was my signal report? Over, just for the log. Yeah, did you copy? Over? Yeah, what was the signal report? Just for the log, over? Okay, well, thanks very much for the 57. You're still about 5758, so I'm going to log you down 5. Thank you very much, Elliot. Nice to chat with you. Hope we can get the conversation confirmed on QRZ, and thank you very much for giving me a shout today.
You hear that? It's automatically notching out that tuner. I love that. The last dog we had was half German Shepherd and half Husky. And that was a great dog. I hadn't had a dog that well disciplined since I was a very young child.
Thanks, Elliot. Thank you very much
And
for coming back. And
he had so much personality.
Christmas and New Year. And
He got old.
Victor 31 Zulu Alpha, clear with Kilo Bravo 7 Oscar uniform 73.
I think I got that right. Yeah. So, but anyway, I knew he was getting old, getting hard to move around. You know, the German Shepherds have bad arthritis and stuff, so I figured he was probably suffering from that. And we let him come in on cold nights. And
QRZ, this is Victor 31 Zulu Alpha.
Kilo 5, Yankee, Victor, Yankee.
There's a Delta 0, Delta 0.
So, anyway, this past summer when it was getting really hot outside and everything, we let him up on the porch. That's where he would stay in the shade and chill out, nice and cool. But I come home one day and I was walking up on the porch and the wife was sitting out on the porch and I heard this dog yelp in the distance. And I stopped and I looked at her and I said, that was our dog. But I don't know what happened. I said, but I think that was his last yelp. It just had that sound to it. And sure enough, he never come back home after that. I don't know what happened to him. Me and the youngest boy got in the truck and rode the roads and looked around for him, but he was a good dog. I think he just got old and couldn't handle the heat.
Okay, Whiskey Bravo 2, Hotel November Lima, you're 5'9".
Yeah, my half shepherd and half husky tied. I had a lot of money invested in him. I got him for free, but I had him free roaming.
Okay, thank you, Gary.
He decided to go play with the neighbor's cat one night and caused $2,500 worth of damage to a sports car across the street. The cat jumped on top of the car and he thought he could do it too, and he tried with all his might. Had to replace a bumper, repaint a hood, repaint 2 fenders, replace a headlight, replace a grill.
Depends who you speak to, but
Man,
we're doing quite well. We're handling
that was a bad deal.
Both the borders are still.
Neighbor got rid of the cat. That fixed that problem.
And people are starting to come back into the country under tough scrutiny. So yeah, we're doing okay, but you know, everybody's going to be very happy when
We had a
gone away and we can all get vaccinated.
yeah, Rosa, it was hard, you know. He wasn't you could tell that he was in pain because he stopped moving a lot, and right before he never came home again, he got to where he held his head down a lot. So I figured he was having some neck pain and stuff because he wasn't raised. He used to always keep his head up, and such an energetic dog, and you could just tell. Well, Marty, I don't have a dog now, but I'm sure we'll get another one someday.
Gary, and take care.
But
And we'll look for you later down the log. Whiskey,
talking about the guard dog and the German shepherds, I had a full-blooded shepherd one time, female. I used to laugh at her because I could look out the window and all the stray dogs and neighborhood dogs would be in the yard, and she would just be playing with them, having a good old time. And I'd open the door, and man, she would turn into a vicious dog and run them out of the yard and stop right at the property line, and then come back just to trotting to me, wagging her tail like, you see what I done, Dad? I done good job. And I'm like, you ain't fooling nobody. I seen you out the window. You was playing with them, but it was funny. Yeah, she would do it every time.
Okay, roger, Tony. Thank you for the 5-3. Yeah, very strange conditions, but sometimes you get through, sometimes you don't. The needle's not moving very far for anybody, but some of the audio is perfectly clear. Yours is fairly distant, but quite readable. Over.
I bet I'm probably getting a lot of funny faces when the video's freezing.
Okay, Tony, thanks for the contact. Glad you had more luck with your verticals than I seem to be having with mine in the past. nice to chat with you, and take care. This is Victor 31 Zulu Alpha Clear.
Yeah, I say I'm not a dog guy, but I got a heart for him.
Yankee, Victor, Yankee.
November 9, Romeo, Mike, Bravo.
Okay. I got a very short memory. I just told you all a little bit ago I was going to have to go pick up groceries in a little while, so. I guess that's what I'm finna get ready to do.
All down to the meter movement, but I can hear you just fine, over.
Go and get out of my lounge pants. Put some real britches on. And go pick up some groceries, and the boy asked if I would take him to town today to buy his mama's a Christmas present, so we'll let him do that. I appreciate everybody that's came by the live and stuck with me on the second go around of the live, and the choppy video and the freezing video. And we got to get out of here and get ready to go get them groceries. Rosa, Marty, Todd, Alex, I know you were in here earlier. You're probably not anymore. Y'all are just awesome, man. Y'all are the stars of the show. Yeah, that was an hour ago, Rose. That's why I just looked at the clock. See, my camera blocks my view of the time on the computer. So I'm bad about not paying attention to the time. But yeah, I gotta get out of here. I know I'll catch y'all again on the next live, and Todd and Marty, I'm sure I'll see y'all on somebody else's live. That's always fun to see y'all on those other lives. Kind of take over the chat, saying hi to each other. Rosa, it was good to have you in here, and I hope you get you a good nap. Maybe when you wake up, Marty will have a nice supper ready for you. Let the chat catch up here. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say 73. I wish all y'all the best. You know, Alex, OK Ham Radio, Rosa, Marty, Todd, anybody else that came through and might not have been in the chat. So enjoy and thank all of y'all. Y'all are keeping the spark alive for a lot of people. If it wasn't for people showing up in YouTube chats, people wouldn't do YouTube. Especially putting up with me just chattering and ratting away. So it's been fun. Five people. You know, one thing about YouTube, if you're going to do it, I heard another YouTuber say one time, do your YouTube, whether you got 0 people watching or you got 3,000 people watching, do it the same. Just be you. And that's what y'all are getting, is the raw me. If you were sitting in the shack with me, sitting around, this is the conversations we would have. And so it's just great. And I appreciate and enjoy y'all. Rosa, just make sure you tell Marty, give him a little help. Tell Marty what you want when you wake up, so he'll have an idea. That's the hardest thing for us guys a lot of times, is to figure out. The most anxiety I ever have is when my wife expects me to fix a meal all on my own without any ideas or help. So if she'll at least give me a list of things to choose from, I can do it. But coming up with something with scratch, I can pick the main course. I can pick out what kind of meat we're gonna eat. But then she'll come in the kitchen. She says, "What's the sides?" I said, "What do you mean sides? I'm cooking this. You can have some potato chips or something. I'll throw some fries on." Anyway, I've kind of learned a little bit as I go, but that's a challenge. Fixing meals is a challenge. I appreciate women's abilities of the world. Do you work at HRO? Is that what you're doing, Rosa? I'm sorry, Marty, but hey, you obviously have a very understanding wife that's on the same page with you, so I know I can't be causing too much harm. Can't be causing too much harm. Oh, me. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. That's alright. Sometimes I think my wife is testing me. I'll sit there and she's just sitting in the chair on her phone watching videos and getting a little late. Supper ain't started yet, so I'll jump up and do it, I guess. Sometimes you just gotta. Alright, I gotta get out of here. Oh, it just hangs out at HR. Okay, I knew the answer was coming, so. No problem with that. I wish we had a store close enough. The closest store to me is Gigaparts in Huntsville, Alabama, and that's about a 2-3 hour drive, I guess. So I can't just drive over and hang out there. Anyway, enjoyed it again. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all make it hard to leave the chat. So, feel like I'm just walking out on some friends. So we'll catch y'all back again, and yeah, that's where you got the idea of marriage. There you go. That was awesome. Great video. Anyway, it's hard to say goodbye, but I know we'll see each other again soon. Y'all have a good one. See you later.